Welcome to Station 9. At this station, Bandar and Nawaf tell us about the end of the academic year, what to expect, and what happens next.
Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome to SRPodcast, episode 9. I am Nawaf Harbi and with me,
Bandar Otaibi.
Today we're talking about a period after the trimester 3 till the technical year. What will happen?
Firstly, we'll talk about the IELTS exam. Secondly, we'll talk about the psychometric exam. Third thing, we'll discuss about choosing the majors. Last thing, we'll talk about the interview.
IELTS exam is essential to pass the academic year. You should get at least 4 in each skill. Remember that you will pay around 1,300 riyal.
Second thing, we'll talk about the psychometric exam. Psychometric exam is an objective way to measure the potential ability of trainees to perform well in a job role.
After that, the company will give you the opportunity to make a list of the following measures. There are 4 measures in the technical year: train driver, S&T, mechanic, and truck maintenance. One more information, the company requires a specific number of trainees in each measure every year.
Last thing, the interview. They will ask you questions. One of them are about yourself and why did you choose this major. Pay attention that you should get more information about the major you chose. Also, one more thing, you should be confident when they interview.
One more thing, the factors they consider about it is the ILP. They will look at it. Now we have 2 students in technical year. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Ahmed I'm an S&T student and I'm about to graduate. And here's my friend.
My name is Ahmed and Mohammed. I'm also a SNT student and also I'm about to graduate.
No, please tell us about the after third trimester. What's the most important test that you decide your measure?
Well, for the third trimester in academic year, the most important test to pass the academic year and move on to the technical year is IELTS exam. And the whole academic year, the whole 3 trimesters are about prepping you for IELTS exam so that you can pass it with a grade above 4 in all sections.
Ahmed, could you please give us an overview about the psychometric exam?
Sure. It's an exam that comes after IELTS, pre the interview for the major. It's all about scientifically common sense and mechanics, electricity, mathematics, just to see how well your brain is malfunctioning and working with analyzing the simple questions regarding mechanics, electricity and mathematics.
So what's the issue what's the problem when you take this test?
Well, it's an issue if you don't know how to solve this test because it's really common sense. It's simple science, simple math, simple everything. It's easy questions.
Okay. So tell us, we should consider about.
You should consider about what major you want, and for example, if you want SNT, you focus on how the work is gonna be, what is about the SNT, and learn more from the internet. So you can, if you had any question in the interview, you can answer it.
Give us an example.
Example in the interview.
Yeah.
Question you mean? Okay. For example, once they asked me about the socket. Is it AC or DC? So the answer is DC.
Yeah, it's all about making a plan, checking all the majors you have here in technical year. Make a plan about it, see what future does it have, what work will you do, as Mohammed said. And once you get that done and you see what fits you the most, then you move on to choosing your major.
All right. Can you give us a general view after the third trimester?
Well, as a general view, after we finished our IELTS, we all started learning about the majors, asking around, asking previous students that we know. And once you choose what you want to do, you start preparing yourself for the interview, of course. You got nothing else to do, so it's easier. And once you choose your major, you will be called in for an interview. They will ask you about general things around the major. For example, SNT is mainly around electricity, so they'll ask you some power questions, like Mohammed said. And for the GRNS, it's mechanical major. So it's just about, viewing it and seeing what everything has to do with what. And after that, if you pass, you will be all called to the main hall, and then they will call out the names for each major. If you don't like your major or you haven't been accepted, you can ask Mr. Philip. He's your boss technically when you're in technical year. So you will ask him to change your major if you want.
All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Happy to be here.
Okay. This is the end of the episode. Thank you all for listening. I hope you enjoyed it and benefited from the informations. Enjoy the next episode.